this fucking mouse. I swear. Okay. Alright. Let's get this shit started. Hello, hello. Let us continue on our fireball journey. Okay, so the last thing I did was Keth. Let's continue. I guess we'll do the Badlands next. Doo-doo. Don't need to have that up, because I have the other thing up.
I should retire here someday.
Done. Just make sure that didn't change anything there. Alright. Cool. Let's begin. There we go. I gotta remember to throw my Eye of Winter first. There we go. Throw Eye of Winter. Throw Eye of Winter. Put that down. Throw Eye of Winter. There we go. Very satisfying to play. Checkpoint. Search the Trader's Passage. What? Ascent to power. Oh, okay.
A ritual. Praise King Burn. I like these lost men.
It's for ascending. We'll do that. Oh, we found the bone pit right away. Nice.
Pit graves and necromancers. This place just gets better and better.
We're gonna full clear this map so that we can get the relic. Unless it drops it for me right away. Speaking of dropping it for me right away, there it is. Very nice. So now when we do Valley of Titans... Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Now when we do Valley of Titans, we'll be able to put both relics in. Still need to work on that single target. Feel like it could be better. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. It might. So I need to change something, and it might drop when I do. I don't know if it's going to work. Alright, that looks like it worked. Let's keep going. This is a dead end. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that either. I'm so happy that I was able to incorporate Eye of Winter in my build. I really love that ability. Maybe it's just my nostalgia for D2. And I don't even know how I could say my nostalgia for D2 because I never got past Nightmare in Diablo 2. I actually really wanted to make a Cold Orb Sorceress, which used what is Eye of Winter here. I always thought Cold Orb Sorceress was cool. Checkpoint. Boss time? Boss time. Alright.
Oh my, what a gorgeous wife.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Down my thing. This. Let me try to collect those blood orbs. Try not to get hit by the other stuff. Okay. Cool. So I go ahead and put this here. Oh, of course you're gonna move as soon as I fucking place down my abilities, right? And he did it again. What a bitch. There we go. And we got the kill. We got the tusk. Good stuff. Let's see. Crossbow, scroll. Off we go. Sorry about that. Off we go. Cast on crit. I wonder if I can ever make a nice cast on crit. Cast on crit build work is what I was going to say. Cast on minion death is kind of interesting. I wonder if there are any builds out there for that. I'm sure there are. Oh, forgot to identify the gear. We're just gonna sell everything right now because it's probably not gonna have anything great. With a lot of the gear, we're just kind of looking for multiple resists in terms of like trying to sell things. Multiple resists are gonna like probably be our best friend. High max life and high max mana. Those things are usually worth like a few exalts or more. So those are worth looking at. Through buying gear, I was able to kind of figure out what's good, what's not. I'm gonna put this away because I think I can transition my chest into this chest once I can run Eldritch Battery, but I might find a better one anyways. So we're gonna put that right there. Alright, let's put my stuff away. Off to the Valley of Titans. Right here.
Titans lived and died here. What fate wrought their demise?
Watch out for the tornadoes. Cool. Man. When it forks, it forks. Jesus Christ. Alright, so we're definitely looking for the first checkpoint so that I can put both the relics. Since I have both relics. Ancient seal. Okay, we gotta find the other ancient seals.
It appears they fought here, died here. A resting place.
Hey, found another ancient seal. Ooh, I'm itchy. Sorry. Oh, life remnant. I'll take it. Al the Wizard. I like that name. I don't know if you're gonna stay, but I definitely like that name. And I'm sure you can appreciate the wizardry going on the screen. Ah, my build is so ridiculous. I love it. This is one of my favorite places in the game, honestly. They put a lot of attention to detail in this place. Like just seeing all the titans, I guess you could say. It's really cool. So I'm going to take increased life recovery from flasks, especially because I'm Bloodmage. You're spaced out of cast on minion death on your caster. Awesome. How's cast on minion death? I was literally just talking about that because I was upgrading my spirit skill. I'm fireball build, as you can clearly see. We throw out the Eye of Winter for exposure, and then I cast fireball, and everything freezes, and then eventually comets fall from the sky. uh, I'm using blue flame to convert all of my uh, fire damage into ice, or to cold damage rather. And we got a couple other things. I'm using this so that my spells can fork, and it's just going to give me some spell damage and cast speed. And I picked up some gear to kind of make the character stronger because it was very weak because I just didn't have anything good. So I stopped playing this character and used my Totem Warbringer to fund this character. I much prefer playing Trade League, at least for now, until I get a better handle on the game. And then I'll try maybe some SSF in the future. Sometimes, when my ability forks and my passive from the passive tree procs, like, I get massive amounts of fireballs all over the screen. I swear, like, this build will probably blue screen my computer at some point. I do experience, like, the odd slowdown every now and then when there's too many fireballs on the screen. And on the passive tree, since I have a passive point, I'll show you over over here. I have all of these, right? So it's just a percentage chance to fire 2 additional projectiles, and I already have scatter shot on my fireball, so it's already shooting 2 additional projectiles. I think this gives me a total of like 38 or 40 something percent. So it gets pretty out of control. It's very nice, very fun, very, very fun. Okay. So now that we're done with that, we'll go this way on the tree. Grab int here, and we gotta go down 2 more. 1, 2. I'm not sure if I grab this first or if I grab this first. I think I'll probably grab the right side first because it just makes more sense. Alright. I am following a build just because I like to be able to kind of shut my brain off and play. Especially like the game is very complex. I don't know if I could come up with my own build. I'll certainly try at some point or another. I'd like to maybe do like a cast on crit or something like that. However, I think if it works the same way as cast on freeze, maybe not. I do like cast on freeze, but like I don't get that many comments. It does happen because I freeze the fuck out of everything, but I don't get that many of them. Ooh, you moved. What the fuck? You know? Enter the collapsed entrance. Once I find it. There it is. I said it before, I'll say it again. I really, really love this place.
This was certainly off limits to mortals.
This is probably one of my like favorite places in the game. It's just so cool. Like the amount of attention to detail grinding gear games put in just like the little small things that most people don't really care about or are going to see, right, is really nice. Like the little sparks that are floating. Going around this whole place, you see tons of different titans that are dead in several different ways, which I think is really cool. And there's a lot of areas in the game that are like that. I think graphically they definitely outdid themselves, which I'm super happy about because I wasn't a huge fan of the graphic style of Path of Exile 1, and that was what kept me from playing it for a long time. That and the fact that it's not an easy game. And then once I started playing it again, like I couldn't stop because it's just pretty addicting. Though I am about to like have shortly, I will have more hours in Path of Exile 2 than I had in Path of Exile 1. That's because I really didn't do endgame in Path of Exile 1 at all. Like, I would get to endgame and then I would just stop playing. A lot of that was just because I was playing other games. Like, I was playing World of Warcraft, which I since stopped. I can't really stomach WoW anymore. Not because it's bad or anything, I just don't find the same level of enjoyment that I used to. Same thing with like Final Fantasy 14. I love 14 and I have thousands of hours in that game. But that's another one that I just kind of stopped playing. And I guess for Final Fantasy 14 specifically, it's a little bittersweet for me. Mainly because like when it first dropped, when A Realm Reborn first released, I tried to stream it for a living, but Final Fantasy 14 at that time was not a popular category. Oh, hi, Rick. This is Witch, and we are playing the Ascendancy Bloodmage. I'll show you right now. There's the Bloodmage. Yeah. The build is Fireball. I can link you the guide that I'm using. It's super fun. Here is... No, that's the end game guide. The leveling guide. Here you go. I've got absolutely zero problems providing you with anything that I'm using. I'm not trying to gatekeep at all. I love this build. It's super fun. I was playing Totem Warrior, but after playing it for a while, I didn't get bored of it. It's actually, Totem Warrior is super fun, but it's a lot more passive of a play style than this build. Whereas, you know, this one's more active, right? We're throwing out the Eyes of Winter so that we get cold exposure, and then, you know, we're slapping with stuff. You can also, you know, put down Flame Wall for more damage. Typically, I don't have to put down Flame Wall because stuff just kind of dies. Now, I'm absolutely loving this. And honestly, leveling, I had a hard time. I got to Act 1 Cruel. My character felt really weak. I had to end up buying a bunch of things to make my character feel stronger. But I have followed the build to the T. I was super happy when I stopped using Spark because I got really bored of using Spark, and at a certain point, I guess because I wasn't getting anything that was making Spark stronger, Spark just felt really weak, and I know it's not that. I know it's not weak, because I've seen people play Spark at like endgame. Yeah, give me my life remnants. Move my cable. We can still definitely, like, probably do better on the single target front, but I think it'll get better as we go, for sure. There we go. Fireballs. Boss time.
One still lives. For now.
Ow, what a bitch. Put this down, just go to town on him. Make sure that we keep exposure at 10. Make sure we keep dropping this on him. And whenever exposure is gone, just make sure we're dropping it down. Dodge here because we don't want to get fucked up. Grab this. And we'll probably get another freeze here real soon. And just make sure we keep using our health potions. Health is low. Be careful. I'm not sure if my Eye of Winter is working on him. How does it do for bosses? And how expensive is it to get online? Okay, so I mean, I spent on the gear that I have now, I probably spent about 30 exalts, something like that. Um, but you don't need to. Before I spent any money, I still have the gear that I had before. Before I spent any money, I was doing okay. I just wasn't. I was just weak in some areas. Like I needed a little bit more life, that kind of thing. Yeah, it is kind of wild. So, what happened to me? So, like, I got to. I'll explain to you, right? I got to level 49. I got to Act 1 Cruel, but I was having a hard time, and I needed some kind of sustain, and I just didn't have the sustain. Now, the guide that I like follow recommends to not even pick up life remnants before you can get the second ascendancy, because without the second ascendancy here, it's hard to sustain life remnants. And so I picked up life remnants because I was having trouble with a certain boss. And instead of getting like another piece of gear or trying to build something for myself or do anything, I just kind of beat my face against the boss endlessly. Eventually, I killed it. I killed everything. I finished Act 3, and then I got to Cruel. And when I was in Cruel, Act 1, I just didn't feel strong. So I stopped playing my character and I started playing instead my Totem Warrior. I took my Totem Warrior to endgame and then I had the urge to play this one again. So I came back and I was like, fuck it. You know, I have some exalts now, but you don't need to go as far as I did to make it strong. Like with the stuff I had before, you can make the build work. I just needed more like max life on gear, which I didn't have, and maybe some more resist, and I would have been okay. I only spent it because I had it to spend. I would not recommend doing that though.
You're quite possibly my largest victim. Oh, it's warm. And now mine.
But I would say it's not really expensive to get online at all. The problems you'll face, probably the same problems I face, where I just feel like I don't have great single target once you switch to Fireball. Um, Leveling with Spark is super nice, and you can stay with Spark for a lot longer if you wanted to, just to make your journey a little bit easier. And there's definitely ways to make everything a lot better. I still have my old gear, right? This is what I was running before. As you can see, there's only 21 max life on the helmet, for example, right? So I had a lot of resistances, but I didn't have a lot of max life. Only 43 on the boots. Uh, Not even max life on the belt. I have, what, armor, cold res. Uh, no life on rings. I got a little bit of mana on ring. Uh, no life on shield. I'm not sure if the wand can run life, but I crafted that wand. I was super happy with that wand. Um, and then I was using this as my armor piece. So as you see, like the gear I was using was just, it was kind of just lacking in a lot of places. And instead of trying to get other gear, I wanted to instead try out the other characters because haven't I hadn't got to endgame yet, so I just did what I could. And when I couldn't do anymore, I was like, well, let me just try another character because I'm still new to the game and I'm still experiencing all the stuff. But you can 100% make this work. This is literally what I was using before, and it took me all throughout the campaign up until Cruel Act 1, where I definitely needed a lot more life, and either putting a lot more armor or putting or fixing my resistance, because like my resistances were low because you get the resistance penalty as you keep going higher and higher.
What?
Frost bomb pulses with ice, reducing enemies' resistance to.
It is time. Fight to the last.
This whole operation would be more efficient if we were dead. Nowhere left to hide now, sweet undead king.
And with the trail can fight to the last.
Upstairs neighbors always dropping shit. But I don't know if I said how it does for bosses. It does pretty fine for bosses, right? Because the boss lives long enough for you to do all the things that you need to do with the build, right? So you want to put your flame wall so that you're getting extra damage as you're shooting the fireballs through the flame wall. You want to put down your ice wall so that you can break the ice wall for more damage. You want to hit the Eye of Winter to keep the 10% exposure buff or debuff on the boss, and then you want to use Frost Bomb as many times as you can. So like, as soon as it's off cooldown, you're hitting that Frost Bomb again, and usually the bosses die pretty quick. And if things, like if fodder takes long to die, you drop an ice wall and break the ice wall. Always dodge the purple stuff. Purple stuff hurts. I've died so many times to chaos damage. I've died a lot on this character, actually. Like, I really had to beat my head against the game with this character. Fucking chaos damage. Oh, it's so early for chaos damage. find the stupid body. We don't need to kill the boss that's here because it doesn't give us skill points. We need to find the body for the letter though, because the letter gives us skill points. This character actually has just about the same amount of time that my warrior has, and like way more deaths. You know, if you're okay with taking deaths, then you should be fine. You're not gonna let me pick it up? What the fuck? Why? Why did I have to pick up everything just to grab what I wanted? Frostbomb didn't even have a chance to go off. It's fine. Where is the body? I never know exactly where the body is here. I just usually full clear the map. Oh boy, yes. We love chaos damage. Fuck off. Fuck off. I think I probably hate poison and river hags way more than chaos damage. Like, chaos damage sucks, especially early when you don't have chaos res. But those river hags are not fun. They especially gave me a hard time when I got to Act 3 because I was so excited to switch to Fireball that I switched to Fireball without really having any increase to Fireball. And it just made it difficult to kill the river hags. And I would stand in the ball for a little bit too long and die. That shit was so annoying. Where the fuck is the body? I bet I'm gonna find like the fake place before I find the body. That usually happens to me. I've played through the campaign a few times now. Only a few times, but I guess it's still fresh in my mind, so just enough to remember where stuff's at. So I'm just picking up the waypoint and then I'm gonna go back and find the body.
The Faradin.
So I want my extra skill points. And if you look in my inventory, you can see I have the sacrificial heart from normal because I did not know, like I was playing through the game blind, so I didn't know at first where I needed to go. To get the skill points for the sacrificial heart. So I gotta, that's why it's just stuck in my inventory. Bloodmage, Witch, with Poison Boots and Storm Amulet. Frost Wall Lightning creates a crit loop. That sounds like fun. Yeah. I didn't even need to drop the Frost Wall. It was just kind of habit. But honestly, like, right, in terms of leveling, you can stick with Spark pretty much until endgame and just keep running Raging Spirits. They're pretty strong. Go back to town real quick. What level am I right now? Right now I'm level 56, I think. And then my warrior, my totem Warbringer is level 80. Yeah, 56, and the other character's level 80. I have a few other characters, but I haven't really gotten far with anything else. That's garbage.
I will tell your tale.
I will tell your tale. Return the letter to someone in the Artuna caravan. Isn't it to...
You found that when I have
Yeah, there we go.
blessings.
Nice. 70. You're 78 on your Bloodmage? That's awesome, man. Yeah, I really struggled with this character at first. If we do like slash deaths here, you can see that I have 184 deaths on this character. And then if we do slash played, I have a day and 17 hours. If I go on, I'm gonna just give you a comparison real quick because I really did struggle with this character at first. That's why I stopped playing it when I got to Cruel and I started playing my warrior. Like just to give you the comparison of like how much of a hard time I had on the warrior versus like what I'm having on the on the mage. On the mage here, we do on the warrior, I got 2 days and 2 hours. So you know I've been playing the warrior for a little bit, and if we do slash deaths, I only have 72 deaths. Before getting to maps, I had like 40 deaths before maps, which was pretty nice. The warrior is pretty geared. Have a lot of plus level, as you can see. Shockwave build. I absolutely love the totems. It's a lot of fun. Was experimenting with like some of the things I can use on ancestral spirits. I really like ancestral spirits too. But I love Bloodmage. It was the reason like I went for Bloodmage was because I liked the concept of it. Originally, what I wanted to do right before the game came out, because people were throwing so much information at us, and things got, some of the skill trees got leaked and shit like that. So like originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to create my own build, which I haven't gotten around to it obviously. But I wanted to create my own build using Infernalist. Specifically, damn, what's the name of the ability? Let's see if we just do this. And then it was Infernalist. I'll tell you the name of the ability now. Is one of the first things you can get for Infernalist. Pyromantic Pact. I really wanted to make a build out of Pyromantic Pact. I thought that was super cool, and I haven't seen not one build that uses Pyromantic Pact put out there. So I still want to get to a point where I make something around Pyromantic Pact and make it work, because I think it's a really cool mechanic, personally. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. I wanted to experience the game first because I knew if I tried to bash my head against making my own build, I probably wouldn't get as far. Oh yeah, yeah. Sockets help a lot. I have a couple on this character right now. They're jewels that like I crafted. Nothing crazy, right? Like, but something, right? Like cold damage, cast speed, increased skill effect duration. The increased curses didn't really do anything, and when I used my Vow Orb, it gave me strength, which I'll take all the strength I can get. As you see, I was kind of stacking strength on this character, and that was probably another reason I had a hard time. Also, in following the build, I wasn't following the skill tree to the T. If you follow the skill tree to the T, because the person who made this build lays it out really nicely. So if you're not a doodoo head like me, and you actually follow what the guy recommends before getting to a certain level, you'll have no problem with this build because he takes a bunch of damage in like this area of the tree. He takes a bunch of damage in this area of the tree before he starts to take this shit on the left. And I basically just like followed going this way and then grabbing the stuff on the left. But yeah, I have another one here. Spell damage and cold damage. Crit spell damage bonus. Chill duration. Another one I crafted. This one here too. It's another one I crafted. Spell damage. 2% mana on kill. Increased shock. And area of effect. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're interested in also like potentially seeing me make that kind of a build work later on, definitely, you know, stick around, give me a follow. Eventually I will make a witch and just level it using spark or something and really just try to convert it into like full fire. Maybe use firestorm as my main skill. I'm not 100% sure. Now that I have another socket, I need to make another jewel. Oh, I did exactly that with the warrior. So I got really lucky. I'll show you. I got really lucky with getting exalt drops while I was playing through the campaign with the warrior. So as I was doing that, I take full advantage of the fact that I play trade league. I take full advantage of that. If I can get something for cheap, I'll get something for cheap. If I can get something for one exalt, I get something for one exalt. So if we look at my jewels on my warrior, you'll see that like I took full advantage of that. These are all stuff I bought. I didn't craft these. So life regen, totem damage, totem life, right? And then minions have 12% additional physical damage reduction. I'm not sure if that works for my totems. I'm not 100% sure. I have another one here. Totem life, totem damage, totem placement speed, and damage penetrates fire res. But that doesn't matter because I'm not fire build anyways, right? I have another one right here. Life regen rate, totem damage, global physical damage, and gain one rage on melee hit, which is nice against bosses because a lot of the time with the bosses, I put my 3 totems. I'll throw down Hammer of the Gods, and then I'm mace striking, and I'll show you how much damage my mace strike has. And here's another one: totem damage, skill effect, totem placement speed, +2 to max rage, so we're getting more rage, which is nice. And then I have another one here for more totem damage, placement speed, and the other shit on it doesn't matter. I'm going to pick up another socket, this one right here, but I just haven't been playing the warrior. If we look at my skills real quick, I don't know why sometimes it shows me the info, and sometimes it doesn't show me the info. It's really annoying. I think I might have to switch to keyboard and mouse. I don't know why sometimes like with controller, I know it's still early access, so I think sometimes with controller things just kind of get messed a little funky. So let's see if we can switch the input to keyboard mouse. That did not work. It can only be changed from the main menu. Okay. There we go. Log in real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. I mainly play with controller just because it feels better for me. But if we look at skills here, you can see my mace strike is 4,000 damage. And the only thing I have on it is rage. So, like, my totems are doing 8,000 damage and about like 17,000 per use, I think it is. Yeah, 17,000 per use, 8,000 damage. So I just drop my totems. I drop a Hammer of the Gods, which is 14,000, and then I just smack it with Mace Strike until it dies. Usually, usually for bosses, I have to do 2 rounds of totems for the boss to die. Now I can get more levels on totem, but right now totem costs so much mana, 337 mana to use, and I'm not life tapped yet, so fuck. What level am I? On this character we're level 80, but I'm not working on the warrior today. I was just talking about the character. See, we're level 80. I have some okay gear. Right. Yeah, I have a lot of plus level. I want to get better weapons, but I'm afraid to make the upgrade because every one level that I go higher on my on my skill, the more totem costs. And currently on this character, every time I cast the totem, I end up having to use a mana potion. Every time, or a mana flask, sorry. You have a 3-time Herald Invoker and Temporalis Auto Bomber Bloodmage at the moment. Very nice. Right now I'm working on my Fireball Bloodmage. And I haven't stopped doing things with him either. I just want to pivot and switch back to the Bloodmage because it seems like, just in terms of my viewership, people are more interested in the Bloodmage than they are the Totem Warrior. Which I get it. Totem Warrior is probably a little bit boring to watch because it's a really passive playstyle, right? I place the totems down and I just run around until the totems kill everything. One scepter just really slaps. Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's get back to the Blood Mage and back to controller. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes when I look at the skills, when I'm playing with controller, sometimes it'll show my damage and sometimes it won't show the damage. And one of the things it never shows the damage on is totems. Or, yeah, it's totems. It like never shows the DPS on totems, which is fucking weird to me, but it is what it is. You figured out how to cast in town? Oh my god. That sounds... You, sir, are a menace. You, sir, are a menace. That is crazy. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to like what the build will turn into. So like once I hit 68, I'm gonna transition it into like the endgame version of this build, and I'm just looking forward to all the little things that work well together. So instead of cast on freeze, we're gonna do cast on shock. I'm gonna run Archmage, and I believe I'm also gonna run Eldritch Battery, and I have a helmet that's gonna make it so that running Eldritch Battery is really strong. So a lot of fun things to come. And I'm really happy that I was able to incorporate Eye of Winter in the build, because I did play a lot of D2, even though I never got far in D2. I'll be the first to admit I've never beaten Nightmare or Hell for that matter in Diablo 2. But I've watched a lot of people play. When I was young, I used to watch my older brother play, and I absolutely love what is it called, Cold Orb. So like having Eye of Winter just feels like super nostalgic towards Cold Orb, which is nice. Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? The exposure. So on, if we look at my Eye of Winter, so I have it slowing the projectile so that it has more time to give the exposure. I have strip away for more exposure, and then cold exposure for more cold exposure. And then on my passive tree, all the way on the right over here, I'm running heavy frost to like negate the elemental resistance against frozen enemies. Hold on. Hold on, I think I heard my wife. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. My neck's getting hot, so my neck was getting hot, so that's why we put the ponytail. Yeah, my wife did call. She was sleeping. We both kind of have insomnia. Well, not kind of. We both have insomnia, so sometimes I sleep and she doesn't, and sometimes she sleeps and I don't. So she's sleeping right now. She called to see where I was at. So it crits even though it doesn't technically hit. This can build energy for a cast on crit, bro. Nice. Nice, very nice. Yeah, I can't wait to do all the fun stuff that this build has to offer. And the build is just it's a lot of fun. I did just get called crazy though for spending 30 exalts on this character. But it is what it is. Like, I had the exalts to be able to do it, so why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? Did I need it? No. But did it make my life a little bit easier? Yeah. So why not? gonna put it in Jaman Ra's butt. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my breathing sometimes. I know this microphone does that. Hopefully soon I will have a standalone mic that is better quality than this piece of shit. And a standalone camera so that I don't have to use my phone. I also really want to try doing Shout Warrior just because I always like that kind of build. I'll probably level that one as totems because the build doesn't really come online until 41 when you can get Seismic Cry. And totems is actually really smooth leveling. I'm not gonna go grab that essence because I have a bunch of essences. And eventually I'd like to try my hand at SSF. I'm not sure what build I would run in SSF, but I would love to try it at some point or another. What's up, McGreenbeard? I like your name. It's a fun name. What I do like is this was like a complaint I had throughout the beginning of the game is this. Now it'll speak to me. Like, so one of the things I did not like was I'd rather enjoy the lore, but I didn't want to stop playing to listen to the lore. So now that they changed that, I'm like super happy with it. Pretty soon I'll probably start running Blasphemy with Temporal Chains too.
move swiftly. Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter what.
Yes, yes.
I can actually probably start running temp chains now. I'll just have to take off vitality and clarity, and I should have enough. If I take out vitality and clarity, I should have enough spirit to run blasphemy with temp chains.
Give no quarter!
5 wisdom scrolls from what? Interesting. I think I'm missing something. Let me check real quick. Yeah. And we'll go to skills, manage, and we'll unequip. Oops, did not mean to do that. And then we'll socket blasphemy, and we'll turn it on. And we're going to dump temp chains. And magnified effect. Cost 60. Oh, probably because temporal chains. It doesn't have like a magnified cost though. I guess we'll take it off for now. Probably have to wait until Act 3. That's fine. We'll just keep running vitality and clarity for now. Was worth a shot. As you can see by all the life remnants, we crit a lot with this build. Checkpoint. I gotta say, another thing I really love about the game is the fact that it has couch co-op. Like being able to like play co-op on the same device feels really nice. I actually played a little bit with my wife. It was quite enjoyable. I need to maybe craft another jewel now that I have another jewel socket, or maybe see if I can buy one off somebody. Gotta check to see what I have for my blue jewels. Look, we got an Exile. Nice. Oh, we leveled up. one to add to the ignore list. Oh my god. Let me get my other mouse. This shit double clicks. It's pissing me off. I'll be right back. Much better. Alright, so these guys added me to party for what? Okay. Not sure why I got added to that party. And then I say hi and they say nothing. Cool. Alright, Jamon Ra, come down here. Put it in your butt. This guy wants to buy. Invite the party. See if he accepts the invite. Add that one to my ignore list. Let's see if he'll wait for me to kill the boss. Or not. I guess he's not going to wait. Ow. Ow. Excuse me? Oh, never mind. I know what happened. Thank you for the remnants, sir. I could have dodged that one. He was so hard when I fought him the first time. I died so much against him. I gotta give them credit, like they did a really good job on the campaign bosses. Like I had a fair amount of difficulty against all of them. Ow. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, the second is still alive.
This is not over. Not yet. I return you to the embrace of death.
Brutal as
Is
fuck.
done. The world is
Nice.
over.
I like it. Alright, the hooded one is not there anymore.
Can't do that here. So, I think it's time you confess.
You're right.
Sin.
I am a god. I am the thief of virtue. I am sin. And I have failed once again. If all I can ask is that the beast while I their ruin.
I knew all along. For one vying for power, what better company to keep than a god?
Yes. Yes. Until then.
The beast has grown.
50% resistance is down. Yeah, we're still capped. We're good.
How can I advise?
I will tell you.
Spell damage, lightning damage, max mana. This is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Do not wander.
Sorry. Okay. So, give me a quick second. I'm gonna, or just give me a couple of minutes. Gonna go use the restroom. And we're gonna add this guy to the ignore list. Yeah, there we go. Alright, soon we can use that sacrificial heart, which will be very nice. Be right back really quick. this back. Plug this. There we go. Beautiful. This way. Let's get back to it. I should fix my chair. Okay, let's go.
A swamp full of mosquitoes and ticks. Still, better than sand and heat.
I hate that that thing doesn't come off the screen right away. Like, can it just please get out of my way? Sir. Thank you. Oh. Let me be careful. They might kill me. I should probably look towards upgrading my potions soon. Upgrade this to like the strongest flask and definitely upgrade this shit because 296 mana, I have so much more than that. Problem is I don't think I put any flasks away, so I'll just have to probably craft some shit. There's like also there's like tons of builds I want to try. I want to try a nice summoner build. Oh, oops. Something got caught on my socks. Still not having a lot of trouble with the build, which is nice, but I'm also still struggling with single target. Hopefully we'll be able to make that better. I think like a large portion of like the problem with single target is that I rely heavily on Frostbomb. Frostbomb doesn't go off right away, things might not get frozen, things will like walk outside of the Frostbomb. There's like a, you know, a host of issues there.
Monsters that die while you Flame Wall ignites enemies when caught in it. Any projectiles that pass through the wall will deal extra fire damage. Fire.
Level up Fireball.
Ice Nova can
Pretty
chill
sure
and
everything
freeze enemies.
is
Use
13
it
already.
if enemies get too close.
Yep, everything's 13 already. Cool. I want to check something really quick. It looks like I'm gonna have to use Flame Wall more often. Let's see how much something like that costs. nothing with all three of these. What if I take that out? Nothing with that. If I take this out. Ah, okay. What I should do instead then is look for... That's kind of expensive. Alright, so we are going to forget about that for now. Back to the game. Wow. Okay, cool. We died right as we killed. Yay, poison. Yay, poison. Let me put the cable behind here. Or not.
A shaman and her maul.
Cool. We lost the other stuff because we died, but that's fine.
Be sure to talk to... Until next time. What a weak, blubbering fool.
Time is short. Make haste.
You're up, not all. My tribe could use. Keep your eyes sharp.
Knowledge is a form of power, I suppose.
Alright, let's go kill that monkey for 2 skill points.
This jungle has flourished since the fall of the Bar. Let it now know darkness.
That's a dead end. Oh, he's cold resistant. Let me do this, and maybe I can ignite him. I gotta make sure I'm using Flame Wall more, so that I can ignite the enemies as well. Especially tough ones like that. If they're not ice resistant, I think I can get away with just, you know, relaxing or whatever. Ooh, I think I'm in the area of the monkey. Almost 100% certain we're just about the area of the big ass monkey. I guess I'm wrong. I was like half expecting to see the checkpoint. No checkpoint.
With my power to wield.
This fucking map is huge. Nice. We found the checkpoint and that mean and the waypoint, sorry. We found the waypoint, which means the Venom Crypts. Very nice. Alright, so we're still missing like 2 things. We're missing 1 checkpoint to take me to the next area. We're missing the checkpoint to talk to Servi, which is probably in the bottom left over here. And then we're missing the checkpoint to fight the giant ape gorilla monster. Gonna come bottom left here because I think this is the Servi checkpoint. Yep, I was right. Jungle Grave.
Back, but he won't love her like he did.
This
I don't think it really matters which one I take. 59. There we go. Nice. Okay. This is not the way. Excuse me. Oh, we found the monkey. Mighty silverfish.
Best dodge that.
The amount of times I died against him the first time I fought him on this character was so embarrassing. I had to kite him to kill him.
What an impressive.
Okay, thank you for my skill points. More
What an
damage.
impressive beast. This jungle produces fine servants.
Alright, so we can use that checkpoint to get to the next area. No, we can use this checkpoint to get to the next area. We will go to the infested barrens, grab the waypoint, come back.
Bugs and insects.
Never mind. Waypoint is too deep in. And we go back to the jungle ruins. And to the venom crypts.
Poison tongues slither through ancient graves. I love my work.
I really can't wait for the Huntress and the Druid. I'm really looking forward to playing the Huntress and the Druid. I'm really hoping that the Druid will have some sort of transformation and I can like play completely transformed. That'll make me happy. Also, I can't believe I found it right away. Normally in this map, I usually almost full clear this map looking for the, what is it called? This shit, the corpse venom snake thing. Just because I want to keep my map the same, we are going to checkpoint here, go back to the jungle ruins. Then I'm gonna checkpoint here. I hate when it does this. Alright, so we're gonna checkpoint there. Travel to infested barrens. Just so I don't have to travel through the map again. And go back to town now. Is this not charging? What happened? Did I unplug it by accident?